coming here tonight and being part of this leadership program is an affirmative choice that you're making of how you spend your time, right? There's lots and lots of things that you could be doing. There are lots of priorities that you could spend your time on, and it's incumbent upon everyone here for you to make the decision how you spend your time, what you prioritize in your life, what's important to you, because all of those things kind of come together to create what I call your character.
You have to have humility. You have to have empathy. It's crucial to being tolerant, but it's crucial to being a good leader in general.
If you can be an active listener, you're going to have a better bond with the person that's communicating with you. And if you have a bond, then you're going to have trust. You're going to get more information from the person. So it's definitely one of the most important things.
Who do I want to be doesn't have anything to do with what you want to do. You could want to be the biggest hedge fund financier, or the greatest scientist to ever walk the planet, or the biggest actor, or the greatest drummer. That's the what component. The who is the impact. What impact do you want to have in the world or in your community? And what is the scope of that impact?
When you see people and you think, oh man, they really have it together. Every one of those people that you think has it together, in fact, has been going through these periods of doubt and struggle and uncertainty, trying to figure out if they're doing the right thing with no guarantee that it's going to work. They didn't get to where they are because things were easy. They get that way because they didn't fall over when it was hard.
Strategy in its simplest form is thinking about the best way you can get, or simply thinking about a way you can get the best outcome. And that's really what its strategy is about. It's about thinking. It's about intentional thinking about how to maybe resolve a conflict, how to even just getting dressed if you have an occasion.
So I never think about profits, and I never think about losing. I'm never scared of losing. Just put your head down, and if you actually have a good product and a good service, customers will come. If you just do the right thing, they'll come.
If you do good, people will accuse you of selfish, ulterior motives. Do good anyway. If you are successful, you will win false friends and true enemies. Succeed anyway. The good you do today will be forgotten tomorrow. Do good anyway. Honesty and frankness make you vulnerable. Be honest and frank anyway.
When you make a choice and you don't get the outcome you want, I have my 3 steps, by the way. You probably hear me say this 100 times throughout the program. 1, come into acceptance with what is. Number 2, is there any learning and growth? Number 3, what's my choice now? Period, end of story. 3 steps. You can apply it to everything in your life.
But if this program has a higher meaning, a deeper meaning, a more profound meaning, a better meaning, it's because leaders lead others. And you can be deceived by that in the Bible, because the people we remember are the Davids, are the Moseses. We remember their names, and they're prominent and they're famous, and it seems like the book is about them. But really, if you read it more carefully, and we'll get to that, it's about how they took very, very trying circumstances and they went forward.
Get what's important to you right now. Figure out a way to memorialize that, because life is going to start happening, and it starts happening so fast it's going to blow your mind. And you're going to have kids, and you're going to have spouses, and you're going to have bills, and you're going to have to make a living, and all the things that are important to you and the things that you kind of hope you'll do in your life are going to fade into the background, because you're going to have to take care of business, right? But by the time you get to be my age, hopefully you'll have an opportunity, right? Because you'll have raised your kids and paid your bills and your house is paid off, and now is the time to really do what you want. And people go to therapy and they spend years and years trying to remember what it was that was important to them, trying to remember what it was that was their dream when they were your age. So don't forget it, and know yourself and remember yourself every single day, but remember yourself so that you don't forget when you're my age what it is that you really want to do and accomplish.
When the going gets tough, and it will. Remember that in Israel, young men and women not much older than you are bravely serving in the IDF and fighting against terrorists. Fighting for their lives, fighting for their families, for their country, and for all of us, the Jewish nation. Remember also that many in the past have made tremendous sacrifices so that you can enjoy the freedoms and the kind of life you have today in this great country that I now call home. Don't take that for granted, ever. Finally, remember this. There is no country more resilient than Israel, and there is no people more resilient than the Jewish people. Being part of this nation is a blessing and an honor, but also a big responsibility. Honor it by giving your best, by being the best version of yourself, and by serving as an example and an inspiration to those around you, as true leaders do. Thank you.
This is stuff that I should have been learning all my life, and I learned it in 1 year, which is crazy. And I think the mentor hours too, it made it just become so realistic. And I honestly wish I had more time to kind of go over the stuff I learned, because I only had 1 year to do it, and I wish I had 16.